So now we'll talk about your organization. Everybody here comes from a company or owns a company. Or everybody comes from a company and owns a company. Because it's Nigeria right now, you must be doing like 2 or 3 things to keep body and soul. So let's talk about your company. We're brainstorming here. So how would you describe your organization as it exists today? So how would you describe your organization? Think of a few words. Think and write. It's a fantastic place. It's a place that I'm able to grow and lead. It's a place where I feel stifled. It's a place that is interested in the products that we produce. It's a place that is interested in its customers. It's a place that genuinely cares for people. I know that when we say organization, many times you're thinking of your leader in your organization. But your organization is what we're talking about here. And the system that exists there. How would you describe your current organization? Because everything around us shapes us. Nothing is isolated. Everything shapes us. Everything shapes us. And it's our responsibility to know what we allow in and what we filter out. So, next question. How would you describe the leadership challenge in your organization and the reality as it exists today? Every problem is a leadership problem or a revenue problem. A leadership problem or revenue problem. I used to say that there were 3. I used to say that it's leadership, it's a leadership problem, a wisdom problem, or a revenue problem. But I would say that wisdom also falls under leadership. So every problem in the world, every problem that exists on planet Earth is either a leadership problem or a revenue problem. So how would you describe the leadership in your organization? Nigeria is an organization, and we clearly have a leadership problem. And the people who had the chance to do things early did not do anything. They made statements like, our problem is how to spend money, not that we don't have money. Unwise, unbright. We must also think about the age of those people at the time. They were in their early 30s, late 20s, maybe early 40s at most. And brother, don't breathe too hard. It's Nigeria. I will take you away from Nigeria. Let's not talk about Nigeria today. So your organization. Next slide, please. What is the thinking that creates or allows these patterns or events to occur? So you have talked about your organization. You've thought about the problems in your organization as regards leadership. Now, what kind of thinking do you think has produced this? Because we're going somewhere. You see, one of the things that somebody here said when I asked the question of what we learned today was that he said, leadership never ends. And he also said that leadership is not even about when you now become the boss and you have to know. The most difficult part of leadership, please listen to this. The most difficult part of leadership is the ability to lead yourself. That's why somewhere I read of a very fantastic leader, a Christian, and he said, the former things I write to you, O Theophilus, of all that Jesus began to do and to teach. What a powerful statement. He was not aspiring to perspire. He was doing and then teaching. So it was easy to follow him. Follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. But we cannot see you even make yourself anything. But because he was doing first and teaching afterwards, then it was easier. so the most difficult part of leadership is the ability for you and I to lead ourselves. So leadership starts from us. Many times when I ask about organizations, the first thing that we hear when we have this kind of workshop is, they'll be telling me of all the things that the orga and the line manager and the this and the that. That doesn't mean that those people may not be wrong. But the truth is that leadership starts from